we're going to talk about backgrounds in Brix. As you can see here, we have two sections with different layouts, and let's try to add a background for each one of them. So let's open the section editing modal. You click on background, and you select to have a background image applied to this section. You can pick one from your media library or upload a new one. So let's pick this one, for example. You can select it, you can make it become as large as possible, essentially covering the entire width and height of the section. You can alter its position, but for now we're going to keep it for center positioned. And you can also apply a slight parallax effect to it, which means that the image will scroll with different speed as you scroll in the page. And the bigger this value, the higher the scroll movement will be. So for example, okay, we have saved this. Let's save this and let's go to see how our page looks so far. As you can see, we have white text on top of the background image that we've chosen. As you can see, the result is not optimal in the sense that the text isn't really readable. So one thing we can do in this situation is maybe add an overlay layer to the image to make the text pop up a little bit. So we go back editing the page, we select edit section, and again go in the background section of this, in the background tab of the section, and we add an overlay to the background. By default, an overlay can support color, gradients, or even image to create patterns, for example. For now, we're gonna stick to color. And we select, I don't know, black, for example, and we can select a specific opacity to the background, to the overlay. Let's say 70% opacity. We can update the page, and the end results will be much better than what we had before. As you can see, the background image is still present, but the text is much more readable. And this is a great effect which was accomplished in just a few clicks. Now, in the other section that we have, we might try something a little more adventurous if you want. We can go to the background tab, again selecting image. We select another image as a background image, and okay, let's select this one. We can also add, again, we can also apply a slight parallax effect, which is very nice after all. And we can add a gradient overlay. Now, gradient supports two stops. We can select, I don't know, from green to blue, again 70% opacity, not too heavy this way. You can set the direction. You have a whole bunch of options. Let's say diagonal from bottom to top. You can hit OK, and the results with just a few settings, it's already pretty nice, as you can see. So yeah. We can keep making things even more interesting by noticing the simple fact that, for example, image backgrounds support they are embedded into how Brix treats responsive backgrounds, which means that you can have different backgrounds for different screen widths, and this is very cool in a number of ways in the sense that you can have a completely different image according to the responsive step you're in, but also because you can select different image sizes to be loaded in different contexts, so that maybe on mobile devices you're gonna need a smaller file size as opposed to the desktop version of your background. But again, let's say that we wanna spice up even more things in this section right here. We can make the section to have a background video instead. Now, background videos work kind of like an image. You can specify the video source. Let's pick this one, for example. You can add the very same parallax effect to the video as well. Again, the higher the value, the bigger the shift. And you can add the very same overlay, for example, to the video as well. So you can select the very same green and the very same blue. And okay, and let's select the very same direction, diagonal from bottom to top, and the end result will be very impactful. And again, with Brix, you can reach this kind of effect with very, very simple steps, and it's a matter of seconds. So these were the backgrounds, how the very basics of background management in Brix. So go play with backgrounds on the demo site for Brix. Here's the link, and stay tuned for more tutorials and updates.